We now live in an economy of sustainability impact. And that is quite new. So when I started my career about 13, 14 years ago, when I told my mentors I want to pledge my career, I want to base my or apply my expertise and grow my expertise on the climate crisis, I was still advised that that's not anything you can build a career on. That was in the 0 years, right? So when green was really just for tree huggers, for the eco-nerds, of which I was one. And then in the last decade, it was really becoming about clean conscious. So when you think about fair finance, about sustainable finance, it was about not getting involved with oil, not getting involved with weapons. That has changed. We've entered the economy of sustainability impact. Nowadays, being green means knowing what your impact is, being able to trace that impact. Looking green is no longer enough. Nowadays, as any kind of organization, you have to be able to understand what your impact is, you have to be able to report on it, and you have to be able to manage and steer it in the right way. And that's for a number of reasons. You can start with people, you can start with consumers who vote greener every day, who eat greener every day, who buy greener every day. At the NOAH conference, we now have vegan catering. That was unthinkable even 2 years ago. You can also think about it from the perspective of regulators, who on European level, on national level, already shape markets and laws more and more based on sustainability impact. And if that sounds like a lot of pressure, you can also think about it from a positive, from a potential perspective. Sustainability impact actually helps you create much, much better products and services. And that's what I want to talk to you about today for the case of investing for end consumers, retail investing. Because it turns out if you are an everyday normal person that is stuck with the retail investment offerings that we have, you're actually stuck in a very hard place because investing is a cold, cold place. And as retail investors, you're faced with the problem that pretty much everything out there for retail investors sucks big time for a number of reasons. It starts with the fact that investing is cold, it's awkward and degrading. It's about ESINs, it's about PE ratios, it's about long contracts, about ETFs that have names like DBX, trackers, SRI, MSCI, things that no normal person ever understands unless they've gone through a CFA. But it's also unsafe and overwhelming. I mean, this is your retirement money. You cannot fuck this up. You must not fuck this up. And the last point is, you want to live sustainably. You consider yourself a good person, but it's impossible to live a good life nowadays without harming future generations. And that's a moral conflict that many, many people experience today, and it's impossible to bridge, especially for finance. The result is people don't invest. And if you read the news, you might get another impression, but I advise you to just ask 10 people out there at the airport or even here in the conference. Most people don't simply invest enough, and that's not only true in Central Europe, it's true for retail investors everywhere. What do we put towards this problem? Well, what we work on with Inyova is we turn investing into a purposeful and emotional experience. And we do that by making impact investments available to everyone out there. What is impact investing? Given that you're in the fair finance stream, you probably know an impact investment is an investment that has two core goals. It's about making you money, but it's also about making the world a better place. And both of these things need to be able to be measurable, need to be traceable. It's not just about mere promise, it's not about a good conscience, it's about measurable and traceable impact. That's what we're working on. We're democratizing impact investing globally. And I want to briefly show you how we do that. We've built a beautiful technology that empowers you to become an impact investor very briefly in 3 short steps. We start by asking you in our beautiful online solution, what do you care about? The climate crisis, gender equality, biodiversity. Maybe you're a vegetarian, you want to invest in a vegetarian portfolio. It's your pick. In the second step, we show you what the portfolio looks like, and this is fully transparent. You see each individual company that you end up investing in, and you can actually personalize it further. If you love Elon Musk, you put Tesla in. If you hate Elon Musk, you take Tesla out. And our technology always makes sure that it's still a valid and risk-optimized portfolio. And then the third step, you open your account, you start investing, and just like that, you've become an impact investor. And you can do all of these things from the comfort of your couch at home. You don't even need to put pants on for that. And what you get is you get investments where you invest in companies that make you proud, whether that's Vestas wind turbines or Beyond Meat, companies that live up to values and that actually have a traceable impact. But it's more than that because you can actually influence those companies. It's not just about ESG filtering. It's not about a good conscience. It's about influencing the companies that you invest in. It's 100% personalized, so it's your values. That's actually what Inyova stands for, invest in your values. So you can decide what you care about most. And it's risk optimized, so you can use it for your retirement. You're not taking any risk. You're not betting all your money on green crypto or something of the sort. And it's ready for retail. You need no knowledge of finance. You don't need a lot of money. You can get started right away. And what you get is a true impact investment. It's risk-optimized financial return, where you don't have any sacrifices with regard to other non-sustainable investment offerings. It's a market rate return, but you also get traceable sustainability impact. So the question is, who the hell does that? It turns out mainly the people that don't really feel addressed by the market. And if you think about the general population, that is the majority of the population. So our customers are 40% women. That's not balanced, but it's pretty impressive for an investment firm, especially a digital one. If you look at the market, typically you see single-digit numbers for women investors. But it's also 4 out of 5 customers that have never invested before. And these are people typically between their 25th and their 45th year in life. And as you can see on the right, they actually tend to invest quite some money. So within 1 year, they start on average with $12,000. They keep adding every month in structured savings plans. So within 1 year, they have $20,000 on average in their impact investment. We do that through the technology that we've built. We're basically building a platform that enables us to manage millions of personalized investment portfolios that are optimized for financial return, risk, and impact in parallel, fully automated. And we use this technology to shape 2 of the main trends that we see in retail investing right now. One is personalization. This brave man, Walt Benninger, is the CEO of Charles Schwab, who basically says that personalization is coming at us like a freight train. That's a trend that we mainly see in the United States right now. If you haven't heard about it, I advise you to Google direct indexing. That's the technology that we built as a pioneer in Europe. But it's also about impact, because if you take a step back and wonder what can finance actually do, let's talk about the climate crisis. It's 2 core things that finance can do to be part of the solution. The first one is it's finance's job to push money to the places where we need it for new technologies, to invent them in the first place, and then to scale them up. So here I'm talking about carbon capture, I'm talking about sustainable air fuel, I'm talking about plant-based food, I'm talking about green steel, green cement, all these kind of things that we need because our current system does not provide with sustainable economic models. That's the first thing that finance can do. But then we're still stuck with the economy that we have right now, and that needs to change too, and that's the second thing that finance can help with. It can push climate compliance in existing companies. And that's what you do through active ownership. If you become a shareholder, you can actually vote on the company's agenda on who gets to run the companies. And those are the 2 things that we already do today with Inyova. If you invest with Inyova, you provide capital to the new things through green bonds, and you're able to execute your ownership rights, things you're not able to do with any registered fund in Europe right now, as of now. It's the only retail-ready impact investment solution on the European market. We're already fully licensed in all of the European markets. And we're quite convinced that actually the world needs millions of citizens as impact investors if we want to get our hands around the climate crisis and other sustainability problems. It's not a problem that is to be left to institutional investors or high net worth individuals. We need the citizens, and that's what we're working on. That's why we're saying we're democratizing impact investing globally. Because just imagine we have 1 million Europeans at the General Assembly of Volkswagen, of Siemens, of Tesla. You can think for yourself whether that can introduce a bit of more of a long-term perspective in the risks that they look at and the models that they build. That's what we're excited about, and that's what we're building. And we invite you to join us on our journey. You can try out everything that I've just said on your phone. You don't even need to get up from your chair. And we invite you to join the age of sustainability impact. Thank you very much for your attention. Do we have time for a question? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yes, we have time for a question.
A short one.
So where do you stand in terms of financing? Are you raising?
We will be raising. So we've already raised about 17 million. We're very well positioned in the European market, but we want to bring. So right now we're present in the German market and the Switzerland market. Those are our 2 focal markets. We want to bring the model to more and more markets. So we surely will be raising again at some point in time. If you're eager to get on board, we'll be happy to talk to you.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.